Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we gonna talk about how the Wizards and the Bulls went against each other, and we ended up seeing who was gonna win it, and it was Chicago finally getting another win. They had a lot of guys out in this one, but they won 119 to 108. The Wizards go to 17 and 63 and 11 and 29 at home. The Bulls go to 31 and 49 and 13 and 27 on the road. Bulls won the first quarter 32 to 24. They lost the second quarter 27 to 20. They won the third quarter 35 to 23 and the fourth quarter 34 to 32. Um, Bulls ended up winning the season series 3-0 as they beat the Wizards every single time they played them this year. Both teams are not going to be playing teams or playoff teams this year, so they'll see each other next season. Gershon Yabusele was the only starter for the Bulls not to score in double figures. He played 16 minutes. He only gave you 5. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 personal foul, and was a +8 in plus minus. Um, he did a lot for you, even though he didn't score a lot of points. Just happy that he came in and did what he could to try to contribute to winning. And since they won, it was needed in some way, in some fashions of the game. And then you look at Patrick Williams, he ended up having a good 3-point shooting night. He went 3 of 6 from 3. He also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line because he kept attacking off the drive. Sometimes it worked because he did go 4 of 11 from the field. But since he got to the free throw line, it kind of evens out a little bit when you look at the efficiency and you look at the things he was able to do other than shoot the three. It was a little questionable until you had to add the free throws there too when it comes to offense and since he had to play that way, it also opened up chances for him to get assists. And he finished with 4 assists. He also had 8 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a +11 and plus minus. So he basically did everything you can do on the basketball court. But he wasn't the only one because Leonard Miller did the same. The difference was he ended up getting 26 points in 39 minutes. The 39 minutes was tied with Patrick Williams for the most on the team. He went 11 to 14 from the field. Good drives that just led directly to baskets and very few misses. He even made his wide open threes. He went 2 of 2 from 3. He made all of his free throws. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And on top of that, he grabbed 11 boards. He was the only person on the team to get a double-double today. He also gave you 3 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal and a block. He also gave you 4 offensive rebounds out of the 11. He finished with 4 personal fouls and was a +11 in plus minus. And then you look at the fact that Colin Sexton got the start and he put in some good amount of points. He took the most shots on the team. He went 12 of 21 from the field. He had 27 points in 34 minutes. He also went 1 of 2 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You know he can defend a little bit. You know he can make some shots on the perimeter. He's a good scorer for his size. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals were tied with Mac McClung for the most in the game. He had 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus. And the person that led him was Speedy Trey Jones, 30 minutes, 31 points. He was getting to that basket at will. And when he wasn't doing that, he was shooting free throws because of that. Because he also went 12 of 12 from the free throw line, which is really tough to do and get. And he got it done. But he also went 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a +19 and plus minus. Aldridge played 17 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field, basically missing every shot. He also went 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He did lead the bench with 7 rebounds, though, which is good, and that's part of what he needs to do when he's out there on the court. And 5 of those rebounds was offensive, showing that he was really working hard for them and was able to still get them. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal. His worst thing he did today was going and getting 6 personal fouls in 17 minutes, which is hard to do, but he got it done. He was a +1 and plus minus. Mac McClung, he didn't have a good shoot night either. He went 1 of 7 from the field, and then he missed all of his threes, finishing 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He still did get 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Even then, he had 3 turnovers. He did only get one personal foul, which is good, and he did finish as a -4 and plus minus. But as a guy that's fighting to stay in the NBA and just trying to stay on the NBA roster, this wasn't the type of performance that he needed. He knows it. All you gotta do is continue to put the work in and trust the process. Rob Dillingham played the most minutes off the bench. He played 27. He had 5 points because he didn't shoot the ball that well. He went 2 of 10 from the field, a lot of jumpers, a lot of quick moves that didn't lead to baskets. He also went 1 of 4 from three. He had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 turnovers. He had 1 steal and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. The turnovers was the most on the team by far. He just had a really bad night of trying to do anything that he felt like he could do or he wanted to do. The defense just made everything tough on him. Yuki, 22 minutes, he had 6 points. He also didn't shoot the ball well. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 4 from three. The reason why he scored some decent amount of points in 22 minutes is because he went 4 or 5 from the free throw line, which does come with his aggressiveness and court awareness, which is needed because he also used that to be able to get 4 assists and no turnovers, which is good. He had 4 rebounds and 1 personal foul and was a 0 and plus minus. Offensively, they didn't really get much from their bench, but the starters played real well, especially their big four. And that was enough to beat a team like the Wizards who didn't shoot that well themselves. So they ended up being an even type of game. Anthony Gill played 39 minutes. He had 14 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He tried to get the easier shots that he could, and he did because he ended up shooting free throws. And he did shoot a couple layups, but the problem was he did miss his threes. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -18 and plus minus. Every starter for the Wizards scored in double figures. Black played 41 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. He went and got 14 points also, but he went 6 of 14 from the field and 2 of 8 from three. He had a lot of easy looks, a lot of wide open ones, couldn't get him to go the way that he thought that he probably could when he was trying to take the shot. It happens, part of the game. 9 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -12 and plus minus. Julian Reese played 39 minutes. He had 16 points. He went 5 of 14 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and then he got a double-double because he had 15 rebounds. He was the only player on their team to get a double-double, and he does it. You know, if you give him the minutes, you give him the opportunity, he will crash that glass and he will score in the paint. That's a given. You know, he's showing that every single time he plays quality minutes. He had 1 assist, 5 turnovers, and 2 blocks. He also had 8 offensive rebounds, which is difficult to do, but he was able to achieve that tonight. And he also had 4 personal fouls. He needs to be a little bit more earlier and a little bit more smarter where he's at on the court when he's trying to protect the rim. And he needs to get there earlier because you don't want to be in foul trouble for trying to contest or try to block a shot because you're late on your rotation. But he's young, so it happens. He's a -17 and plus minus. Carlton Bub Carrington played 24 minutes. He had 12 points. He went 4 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from three. The wide open threes was there for him. Sometimes he makes them, sometimes he don't. He did a good job of that tonight. And so you can't really be too mad at him, but he did miss every single two-pointer that he took, and that's something that you don't like. They're easier than threes. It should be, but it wasn't tonight for him. He had 4 assists and 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a -7 and plus minus. Will Riley, 38 minutes, 23 points. That ended up being the most on the team. 8 of 22 from the field, 1 of 9 from three. A lot of missed shots from three from him, but he still went 6 of 7 from the free throw line and had 7 assists, even though it did come with 3 turnovers. And he did also contribute with 9 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was the most on the team. So he was able to do a lot of different things for the team, and they needed it to be done. But even then, you know, if you make a couple threes, it's a different game, but he couldn't get it done in this one. 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a -18 and plus minus. You look at the bench, they ended up playing and all scored 18 minutes for Justin Champagnie. He ended up giving him 11. He went 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. He had 8 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. He had 2 assists and a turnover. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a +10 in plus minus. Good baskets from him. Good court awareness. It makes sense to try to take the best looks you can get. And also, it makes sense for you to be where you need to be at in the paint when you can be. Sharif Cooper was getting some trouble when it came to handling the ball, but he did a good enough job of being smart, being patient, and waiting to things open up and making sure he can have opportunities to score or find somebody when it does open up. He had 9 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from three. He had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and a block. So the defense was there. He was trying, and he also made some good offensive decisions, whether he was scoring or passing. He had 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and was a +9 in plus minus. Jamir Watkins played 28 minutes. It was the most off the bench. He got 9 points. He went 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Too many misses from him, even if they was open. So I don't really know what you want him to do. He tried. He put in the effort. The results just wasn't there for him in this one. And he was another guy, if he shot the ball even halfway decent, they probably could win this game if Will Riley did the same, but wasn't meant to be. 6 boards, 3 assists, and then he had 2 turnovers and 3 steals. I mean, they was racking up the steals in this game, but Chicago was able to match them there too. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls for Jameer, and he was also a -2 in plus minus. 96 field goals for the Wizards. They shot 40%. 93 for the Bulls. They shot 46%. 38 3-pointers for the Wizards. They shot 26%. 30 for the Bulls. They shot 30%. 27 free throws for the Wizards. They shot 81%. 25 for the Bulls. They shot 96%. They needed to do that because any advantage you can get, especially in a close game, matters. And the Bulls was able to figure that out. 52 rebounds for the Wizards, 51 for the Bulls, 24 assists for the Wizards, 26 for the Bulls, 17 turnovers for the Wizards, 15 for the Bulls. Both teams had 12 steals, 8 blocks for the Wizards, 4 for the Bulls, 20 offensive rebounds for the Wizards, 13 for the Bulls, 32 defensive rebounds for the Wizards, 38 for the Bulls, and 18 personal fouls for the Wizards, 21 for the Bulls. And the Bulls got it done. They shot the ball a little bit better. They was a little bit more patient. And they also did a good job of moving the basketball and just trusting that it'll give them the best shots that they can get. Obviously, they actually had to create some shots on their own, too, throughout the game. But it be like that shot clock can, affect the game. And all you can do is try to force them into harder and tougher shots. They didn't have as well as shot making as the Bulls did. So the Bulls was able to take the open ones, make them, move the ball when they could, and make those too from time to time. And then they was able to do it just a tad bit better than the Wizards tonight. That was why they got the win. Other than that, it was just a fun game seeing young players play against each other and try to get better and try to show what they can do. And we'll see, what happens with these teams in the future. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, man, with more analysis, hopefully.